Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Horse2 Tony. Today's video, we're going to be talking about grinding in War Thunder and efficient ways of grinding. Um, this video mainly came from people in my live streams asking me, what's the fastest way to grind? How do I grind in this game? What plane should I be using to grind? I hope I cover every basis in this video. If I miss something, let me know down in the comments. Drop a comment in there. Tell people what you do to help your grind. I'm pretty much covering the most basic ways to increase your grind. And also in this video, I will be talking about how to make min-max your grind, how to make it more efficient without ever spending money in the game. And there's a few ways you can do it, but just know it's going to be longer than actually spending money in the game. I like to give a big shout out to everybody that shows up to the streams. Big shout out to Agent Rex. That man does a lot for me in the channel. He went so far out of his way to gift me 60 days of premium time so I could grind. Uh, Big thanks to everybody. If you guys want, I pretty much stream every day. Just stop in on the streams, say what's up. You can watch me do some cool shit, or you can watch me die. I usually answer a bunch of questions in the streams. But with that out of the way, guys, let's get into how to grind on War Thunder and how to do it efficiently. Alright guys, so before we get into the first tip of the video, I want to tell you guys some truths about War Thunder. The first truth is going to be the game's grind is designed to make you want to spend money. If you're the type of person that doesn't want to spend money on the game, just understand the grind is hard just to make you want to spend money. The second truth is the grind is based off of how well you do in the game. So if you've noticed, the more kills you get, the more bombs you get off everything, the more money you receive. So just understand that grinding is going to be harder or easier based on your skill level. But with those two truths out of the way, guys, let's get into the first tip of the video. Alright guys, so for the first tip in grinding in War Thunder is to get yourself a good premium. Not every premium is built equal. There are some premiums in this game, especially jet premiums, that were good a long time ago, but they're not good anymore. A good example of that is the F5C. It's a newer premium. It's a really good grinding plane. It can keep up with what it's fighting at its BR, but for something for Japan, the F86 F40 JASDF is not good at grinding anymore. Yeah, you get a lot of research percentage and lion percentage bonus, but it's at 9.3. At 9.3, it's fighting supersonics. So realistically, if you get this to grind Japan, you're not going to have a good time because it's going to be really hard to get kills. Alright guys, so for tip number 2, it's going to be buy some premium time. Now, premium time isn't all that expensive when you actually look at it. You can get 30 days for 1900 golden eagles, and to get 1900 golden eagles, it's only $16.50. You could do it a little bit cheaper by doing the 16.6, which is going to end up being about $14 USD, I think. But just do the 2500 because it's not that bad. Now, what does Premium Time give you? It gives you 100% research points in all game modes, 50% and 100% Silver Lions for random battles. Now, you get 50% for active actions, and if you're sitting there, Tony, what's an active action? An active action is pretty much anything you gain points in for a battle. So is that killing people, getting assist, bombing ground targets, things like that, that's an active action. And then you also get 100 reward for battle time and random battles, just kind of how long you've been in there and your activity in the battle. Alright guys, so for tip number 3, this is kind of my opinion, kind of a hot take, is to not use bombers to grind. I know they can be an efficient way for grinding, but it's so volatile to being able to grind. Now, what do I mean by it's volatile is that you're big, you're slow, and everybody comes after you at the beginning of the match. There's so many times I see bombers just get shot down before they're ever able to reach their bombing targets. And that is why I don't think bombers are good. I think you should just stick to using fighters if you can. Some people, they're really good in bombers, and they're insane with their gunners. They'll just melt people. If you're one of those people, fuck it, fly the bomber. But if you're not good with bombers and you just find yourself dying all the time in them before you reach your target, it's not an efficient way to grind because you're just losing money and not gaining anything from it. That out of the way, guys, let's get into tip number 4. Alright guys, so these next tips coming up are going to be about how to grind without spending money in War Thunder. The first tip I'm going to give you guys, tip number 4, is flying planes you know you do good in. Nothing, this is mainly for Silver Lions, but everybody has a plane they are just stupid good in. Just something with you and that plane click, and you're able to stay alive and pick up more than one kill. For me personally, that's this baby right here. The F4U1C. I'm not telling you guys to use this thing, but this is like something that pretty much no matter what, I can pick up and kill people with. The reason why that works is with this plane, I'm staying alive, I'm getting kills, I don't have to spend my repair costs if I'm staying alive, and if I'm dying, I'm usually have 2 or 3 kills under my belt by the time I die. That is one of the most efficient ways to grind Silver Lions in the game, even if, like me, I have N tier jets, but I know if I need money, I will come back and fly something at a lower BR that I can quote unquote seal club with and be good. Um, that's how I get money. I know in this video I don't really have any money, but that's because before I did this, I bought a bunch of planes. Um, with that out of the way, guys, let's jump into tip number 5. Alright guys, so for the 5th and final tip of this video is going to be learning what planes are good at grinding and what planes aren't. Some planes are just inherently good at grinding than others. A very good example of this is we're going to use my favorite, our Silver Lion grinding plane, the F4U1C. Now if we look at this thing, it has 296 research bonus with 165 Silver Lions. But it's not the best at 4.7 to get me some Lions or RP. If we look at this P38, I don't have unlocked, but this one has 344% RP and 345% Lions. Now, if you're one of those people that don't want to spend the money and you really like min-maxing, this tip is for you. Because you can go through and actually look at what planes give you the most for what actions, or not what actions, for what you're grinding for. If you're trying to unlock planes, you're going to be able to figure out what plane can get you the most for free. Same thing with Lions. Another part of this is, I used to think this, believe it or not, until I went through and looked at this, is just because it's a higher BR doesn't mean you're getting more rewards. So a good example of that is the P51H5NA. It's a 6.3. It has 368% RP, 330% Lions. This P47 actually beats it in Lions by 15%, but you lose some RP for it. But it's at 4.7, so it's a little bit easier of a BR to play at. So if you really want to min-max it, guys, go through and figure out what's the best plane for grinding. I might do a separate video on good planes to grind with, but like I said, that'll be a completely separate video. Alright guys, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this helps you guys on your grind. Do your boy a favor. Please drop a like, comment, or subscribe. Fuck, even share this video. Every little bit counts. We hit our 1,000 subscriber mark. Pretty goddamn huge for me, you know? But like always, guys, I'm Horsetooth Tony, and I'll catch you on the next one.